He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha Sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since that tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Minash Mishra.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तयेन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री महादेवाय नमः। तस्मै श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 अहम ब्रह्मास्मि। So good morning everyone. स्वागत है आप सभी का to another unusual day to meet. So a new trend. So now we are here. I hope my voice is reaching to everyone.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So all of us are again here at the same juncture. ऐसा समय जिसका अब तो साल भर में सबसे ज्यादा इंतजार रहता है। Like it has become another. It's no more like just the Shivratri. It's like a moment of awakening again and again and again. And in this moment of awakening, I believe all of you are here ready for that. So today we will be initiating on the Maha Shivratri, for the Maha Shivratri. We will start this 21-day process, and this will go on up till the final Shivratri night. So there are two things that we will be doing. One is related to the Rudraksh process that many of us have already done last year with a little bit of difference to that. And there is another very simple process that I would like to include, which would be like Sahaj Sarp Sadhana. Like a very subtle way of doing a sadhana that is related to a snake. So all of you, those who are worried or fearful of snake, don't worry. Today, what I'm going to teach you, you will not be fearful. Rather, you will realize. Okay, I can see some faces changed with the name itself. Now, what I see is the moment I say snake, they feel it crawling over them. It's not just thinking, it's crawling over them kind of thing. And if you can feel that a snake is crawling on you, you should be happy because only on Shiva it crawls. So we are again at that juncture. हम ऐसे स्थान पे आके पहुंच चुके हैं जहाँ पे there is an invitation coming up. The invitation from none other than Devo ke Dev Mahadev. The day of his marriage, the day of his it is said like many things are there to be talked about Maha Shivratri. Millions of things have been talked about, millions of things are yet to come. So whatever way it is, whatever it is, things, we are all here to celebrate that. And I would like to start it with a small little write-up that I wrote quite some time ago. It's related to the invitation itself. And I believe like this, in this writing is not mine, but this writing is yours. ये मेरा नहीं, आप लोगों का लिखा हुआ. The write-up is in Hindi. If somebody does not get it, I'll try to convert that into an English form as well. But the essence remains in Hindi. So the write-up says, जब मुझे ये पहली दफा नेवता आया, means for the first time when I got the invitation. जब मुझे ये पहली दफा नेवता आया कि कैलाश की ओर जाना है, तभी समझ आ गया महादेव कि तुमने ही बुलाया है. बढ़ चले कदम अपने आप तेरी ओर, मानो तुम ही ने रास्ता बिछाया है. और दिल का संबंध कुछ ऐसा था कि आंखों में पानी भर आया है. आए कई रुकावटें, पत्थर और कंकर, सभी को तूने हटाया है. और जब लगा कि अब कोई रास्ता ही नहीं, तूने नया मार्ग दिखाया है. बिना रुके बिना थके बढ़ते रहे हम, और देखा कि कैलाश पे बादलों का अंधकार छाया है. तभी तूने हटाया बादल और अपना स्वरूप दिखाया है. और इन तुच्छ प्राणियों को छवि अच्छी मिले, तूने पत्थर को भी स्वर्ण बनाया है. और ठंडे बर्फ के बीच में भी तूने सुंदर फूल खिलाया है. कैसे करूं तेरा धन्यवाद महादेव, बस इसी सोच में अश्रु बहाया है. हो गई पूर्ण हर मनोकामना, जो तूने मुझे मेरे घर, जो तूने मुझे तेरे घर ले आया है। जय हो कैलाशपति की, हर हर महादेव। So when this invitation comes, when this invitation appears, it's not just the hearing, it's not just the calling from somebody, it's not just a mere worldly call, but this call reverberates within our hearts and it blossoms like a flower within. The smell of it is blossoming across the cells of my body, and every cell starts dancing to the name of Hara Hara Mahadev, Hara Hara Mahadev, Hara Hara Mahadev. So when this reverberation has begun, when this momentum has begun, I believe the celebration is not just the day when we celebrate, it's all the preparation that it requires. And all these days, we are not just going to celebrate Shivratri one day, we are going to celebrate Shivratri all these 21 days. So this is where the magic begins. And why so much of love? Why so much of running towards it? देवता तो 33 करोड़ है, but why Shiva? See, Krishna has his own charm. You cannot run away from him anyways. So when I say Krishna has its own charm and you cannot stop running towards him, I say Shiva has its own charm in sitting quietly and you cannot run away from him. And that's the magic. That's the beauty. Why we call him the Devo ke Dev Mahadev, right? The God of gods. ऐसा क्यों कहा जाता है? Because all the stories that we hear about all these beautiful things about whether it is related to Krishna, whether it is related to Jagannath, whether it is related to Dwarkadish, whether it is related to Bankya or whether it is related to Shiva. When I see all these stories, I see only one form, that how benevolent he can be, how benevolent it can be. Uska प्रेम कितना ज्यादा है हमारे. So there comes a story of Vidyapati. So I don't know like if you have heard his name or not. Vidyapati was a saint and a person who writes the things like in songs and prose and poetry. So Vidyapati एक संत रहे, कवि संत कह सकते हो उसे, a poet. And he was also an ardent devotee of Mahadev. He was from the eastern side of India. That's why majority of the people don't know. But he was the one who has written the praises and proses in languages like Maithili, then Bhojpuri, then Odia, Bengali, and all the eastern languages basically. So he was an ardent bhakta of Shiva and as usual, एक बार जो शिव का नाम ले लेता है वो पागल हो जाता है. He goes mad. That was his condition as well. Like or unlike many of us. We don't know why we are like that, but we are like that. We don't have any other way just to accept it, nothing else. He was such an ardent devotee of Shiva, like so peaceful within himself. But to run his household things, he was growing old. So he was not having much help with his family because his family wasn't around. Then one person appears and he says, Baba, I see like you are getting old. Can you allow me to stay with you and help you with your work? तुम्हारे घर के सारे काम कर दो. And when he said, but I cannot pay you. He said, I don't need a payment. I'm just here to help you. I just love the way you are. I just love the way you sing. I just love the way that you create. मैं बस उसी के साथ गुजारा कर लूंगा, जो तुम खाने को दे दोगे मैं वही पा लूंगा. So whatever you give, I will be happy with that itself. And he continued to serve him as a what do you call, सेवक. और उस सेवक का नाम था उगना. What was his name? उगना. Just like आप कहते हो ना कि पेड़ उग गया, like it started blossoming, blooming, right? Ugna, like growing. So his name was Ugna. So he introduced himself as Ugna and he started doing the seva. After some time, Vidyapati's wife came as she was traveling. She came back and she saw that he has kept a seva. And she asked, like, how did you manage to? You don't have money anyways. From how did you manage to keep a person who is going to help us? He said, somehow it is there. And then what happens is, as a normal servant, Ugna does everything in the house. झाड़ू लगाने से, पोछा लगाने से, खाना बनाने से, इनके हाथ पैर दबाने तक. All the work he used to do. One fine day, Vidyapati had to travel. उनको कहीं और तीर्थ स्थान पे जाना. He was traveling to a sacred place. When he was about to travel to the sacred place, Ugna said, "Can I join you, master? क्या मैं आपके साथ आ सकता हूं?" And then Vidyapati says, "Absolutely, if you want to, you can." और वो कहता है, इसी बहाने मुझे दर्शन भी हो जाएंगे आप जो तीर्थ स्थान पे जा रहे हो. And then Vidyapati says, "Let's go." And they started walking. And we know old days. And while traveling, they came to a very far off land. ऐसा एक जगह पे आ जाते हैं जहां पे पानी का कोई भी प्रबंध नहीं है. There is no availability of water. They somehow managed walking for half a day, quarter day, half a day, and even a complete day without water. But still there is no sign of water there. As if there is a famine. मतलब मानो जैसे वहां पे ऐसा स्थान है जहां पे बारिश ही नहीं हो रहा. Still Vidyapati continued, and this fellow also, Ugna, also continued walking along with him. And at a point it came where Vidyapati was not able to walk anymore. और वो वहीं पे बैठ जाते. He just sat down there. He was so thirsty at that time that he could not walk, and he was feeling as if he would die there. In that moment, Ugna says, "Master, what happened? Why did you sat like it?" He said, "I don't think I can make it any further without any water. और पानी नहीं मिला तो और आगे नहीं चल पाऊंगा." And that very moment, Ugna brought out a kamandalu that they were carrying, lota, and opened his jata. The moment he opened his jata, it was filled with water. And Vidyapati has not seen anything as such. He just said, like, Ugna has gone somewhere to bring his water. And finally he brings immediately and he says, "You can have this water." Vidyapati first drank the water. And after drinking the water, he says, "This is not just regular water. This is Ganga Jal. And it is so cool. From where did you find? Because I cannot see anywhere, anything coming as such. ऐसा कुछ आसपास है भी नहीं जहां पे ये पानी मिले. और इतना ठंडा पानी इतने गर्मी में. Not possible. Where did you brought it from?" Ugna says, "Just I managed. Master, I just managed." Now, if you say me you are a master, I am your master, tell me from where you bought it. Tell me the truth. And that very moment, Shiva again opened his jata and he showed like the Ganga is flowing from his head. And that very moment, Vidyadhar was like, just think of the one who you love so much as the God of gods. He is doing seva to you, serving to you, and you don't even know that. And that very moment, Vidyadhar fell at his feet because Shiva appeared in his form at that time and he said, see, I am here to do seva. You should not be falling at my feet. And then Vidyadhar says, Kya keh rahe ho? How, how bad I am that I could not even recognize you, and you have been doing seva of me. I have been asking you to press my leg, take care of my laundry and wash my plates. You have been doing all that. Why did you do that? And then he says, क्योंकि मैं स्वतंत्र हूं. Because I am free, I can do anything. And he says, why did you do that? I never asked you to do this. He said, you never asked, but I felt like doing it. तूने कभी मुझे पूछा नहीं, लेकिन मुझे करने का मन था, इसीलिए मैं आ गया. But Vidyapati, remember one thing. You will never share that idea with anyone. Because if you do that, I will vanish that very moment. And then Vidyapati said, but it is going to be a dilemma. How am I going to ask you to do the work anymore? He said, that's up to you, but you cannot say, it cannot reveal who I am. And then Vidyapati said, as you say, my master. Now the master has converted into a servant because the master earlier had become a servant. अब देखो मालिक फिर नौकर हो जाता है. And finally they come, when they return, when Vidyapati is at home and Ugna is around, Vidyapati is ready to do the worship of Ugna now. He cannot say, but he cannot stop. Now just think of Shiva roaming around in your home, and you now know that it is. Now he is doing the washing the basin and the utensils. What would you do? Now somehow Vidyapati was not able to control him anymore. He just tried to help him. He one fine day, what did the wife of Vidyapati saw is Ugna is sitting and Vidyapati is pressing his leg. Now she got furious. He said, you have gone mad or what? Till this date, he was doing all the work. Nowadays, I see a very different approach that you have. तुम्हारे अंदर सब कुछ बदल चुका है. तुम उसको सर के ऊपर बिठा के रखे हो. ये करे और ये तो हद हो गई. तुम उसके पैर दबा रहे हो बैठ के. This is too much. You should throw this fellow out who is making the boss work. Vidyapati says, oh, stop. Don't tell like that. You don't know. He is Mahadev. He broke the promise. And then what happened? Ugna vanished. When Ugna vanished, Vidyapati started crying. His wife was stunned. She said, what is this? And he narrated the entire story. And then even the villagers came to know about this. And the villagers said, even without you asking if Mahadev can appear, what if you ask? And then this Vidyapati, he was a very amazing singer, right? So what he did is he sat at a place in a mountain, in a region, and he started singing in a form of calling Mahadev. And it is said Ugna appeared again, and we still have a temple on his name. It is a temple of Mahadev named as Ugna Dev Mandir. That temple is still there where he appeared. Now just think of, even without asking if he is ready to become a servant to you. Do we really need to ask anything? And I believe like these beautiful things are the things that really touch us at our core. These things rebuild that. वो तो है. When we all listen to these kind of historical things, not just stories, historical things, because the place exists, the temple exists, so it cannot just be a story. And when all these things appear, it does not it feel like everything again that was cluttered has been washed away. सब कुछ साफ हो गया फिर अंदर से. All that I was lost in thoughts, all that I was running around, all the criticalities of life that has accumulated over me, again, everything got cleansed. It's like a internal flushing system. Because we take a shower outside every single day, but these are the moments when the shower happens within. And I believe this is more important. So today, on this beautiful occasion, we will initiate into the process, a very simple process. And as Hari Bhai was asking, like, can we do a little bit intense? Then I said, Bhai, we have more females in the room. And if I make it too intense, it would be pretty difficult for all of us to do that. और वैसे भी किसने कहा है कि सिर्फ प्रचंड साधनाओं से ही वो मानता है. अगर सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रचंड साधनाओं से वो मानता, उसका नाम भोलेनाथ नहीं होता, अघोड़दानी नहीं होता. If you remember the beautiful serial that was created, Devon ke Dev Mahadev, you remember when Daksha Prajapati was establishing the gigantic Maha Vishnu Swarup in his palace, and then it was not moving, and Agastya Rishi says, you did not invite Shiva, so Vishnu won't move anyway. In that very moment, he says, I cannot invite him. What does it take to invite him? Can't he come? He's just ascetic. And then we all know, like Agastya Rishi said, अरे उनको बुलाने की जरूरत नहीं, एक बेल पत्र दे दो, थोड़ा सा जल दे दो, आने को तैयार. A little bit of water and a single bel patra is enough to call. And we all know, like Sati, at that moment when she hold that bilva patra in her hands and she just calls, we all know it appears. I like to say, I would like to do a similar process within you. A process where you close your eyes and you stand with a bilva leaf in your hands and call him. And you will be amazed because it will appear. And it's not about doing an intense sadhana. It's about being so peaceful within yourself that you not only experience it, you become that. So shall we begin the cleansing process? Or rather, cleansing has already begun. Now, all of you just need to close your eyes. And in that space, you again see yourself standing all alone in a place where there is no one all around. कोई भी नहीं है वहां. एकदम दुर्गम स्थान. whatever way it is, जिस तरीके का भी स्थान है. But the only thing that is required is you are standing there alone. No one around. For far of distance. दूर दूर तक कोई नहीं. And it's like a wide open space in front of you. आपके सामने एक खुला मैदान जैसा पड़ा हुआ है. Like a big field in front of you. Open field. There is no one. None. Now, as you are standing there, you just have a Bilva Patra in your hand. And you are holding it in your right hand. सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक बिल्व पत्र है आपके हाथ में. As if there is nothing that you can give. As if there is nothing that you have. ना आपके पास देने के लिए और कुछ है, ना ही कुछ आप कहीं से लाके दे सकते हो. All that you have is just that Bilva Patra. And this Bilva Patra has 3 leaves, which is like an offering of 3 things of your life. Tan, Man, Dhan. Means all the power that I have in this physicality is all because of you. I offer it to you. Tan. All that I can think to do seva, any way possible, is all yours. And all the capacity and capabilities that I have received in this world, I offer that to you. So Tan, Man, Dhan, all 3 things. It's like that all that you have has accumulated into those 3 leaves. And the stick that is holding it all together is you, your Atma. ये आपका सत चित स्वरूप जो आत्मा है, मानो इसी के होने से ही ये तो तन मन धन है ना. And they are all stuck to that one stick that is holding it. And now you are holding that Bilva Patra as a representative of your own self. Now for the next few moments, I will not say anything. It's all your calling. How you are going to call him. किस भांति आप उसे पुकारना चाहते हो, it's all up to you. Whether you want to just call him as a god, a guru, a friend, whatever way you choose that. And now you will extend your hand and you will show that Bilva Patra ahead as a calling. And for some time there is no voice. All is going to be your and your experience only. Call him in any way, any form you like. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Allow it to appear. Experience it all around you. Now you can give that to him. Anything you have to ask, ask. Open your eyes. This was all imagination, right? Do one thing. If it was all imagination, just check your breath. Now check carefully. How many of you experience that it has already been balanced? So how come just imagination can have an impact on your breath so easily? That is where I'm going to give you the Saral Sarp Sadhana. शिव के करीब सबसे करीब कौन सा जानवर? It is a snake, right? And snake is considered both intelligent with a photographic memory as well as poisonous. I ask you one thing. Think it very carefully and answer. Is it just Shiva who has a snake in his neck, or it is also you? Doubt hai? Then listen what I'm saying. Do you have a tongue? जीवा है आपके? What is its shape and form? Where is it actually? आपके अंदर ही है ना? और मैंने कहा कि वो इंटेलिजेंट भी है और पॉइजनस भी. ये इतने दिन अपने अंदर लेके जाते हो. You have been carrying it so long within yourself, but you never realized it. And at the same time, we all know, like, even in the yogic culture or even in science, if you go to, you see the medical signature, even on that, there are two snakes with a stick in between. Have you seen that? Like two snakes are crawling around, and especially people in US, it is very easy. Whenever you visit a doctor, you see that sign out there. Two snakes crawling around a stick. When we say in yogic culture, we say that it is Ida and Pingala, and when it is a straight line, it becomes a Sushumna. इसे भी हम कुंडलिनी कहते हैं, जिसमें हम कहते हैं कि it's also a snake which is sitting as a dormant form, and there is another snake that is there. So what we are going to do is we will use this snake that is within us, no external thing, and we will do a chanting through a particular series of process. Today we will do it just for 2 minutes. You will slowly increase that. At least till the completion of Shivratri, you will practice it. Although it can be practiced beyond that also. One particular thing that this thing will do is, प्रक्रिया बहुत सरल है, but results will be like that as well. Will be amazing results. Where will it work? In anything and everything. Whether it is related to health, whether it is related to relationship, whether it is related to worldly issues, whether it is related to money, whether it is related to anything of yours. In a scientific term, I can say this will help you rewire your mind. चित्त शांत तो जग शांत, चित्त शांत तो जग शांत. So in this specific simple process, what we are going to do is, as I said, we are going to use the same snake that is within us in our favor. Now, how are we going to do that? बहुत सरल है. All of you can turn your tongue. Like if the tongue is like this, you can turn it inside, right? Not the complete turning like the Khechari Mudra. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying a little bit of turn means जीवा को उल्टा कर देना है and touch the upper palate. Try that if you can do it. It's very easy actually. But keeping it there needs sadhana. So you will just rotate your tongue and touch the upper palate. Okay? अभी करने की जरूरत नहीं. You just check once ये हो रहा है. You can do that, right? Okay. Once it is done, when it should be done, how it should be done, मैं इसका प्रक्रिया बता देता हूँ. Especially when you are waking up in the morning, ये बहुत अच्छे से काम कर सकता है. It can even be done by the students. It can be done by any one of us. Students, yes, छोटे सबसे छोटे बच्चों को मत दो until they have the idea, because anyway छोटे बच्चों को जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. हमको बहुत सारी चीजों की जरूरत है, इसलिए हमको बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है. So at least like 14-15 years and above, they can easily do that. Although I'm going to teach this to Imon as well. So 11 साल के और 11 साल के ऊपर जो है वो कर सकते हैं. So when you wake up in the early morning hours, जब आप सुबह उठते हो, generally, most probably, you will find that your breath is running in your left nostril. आपके बाएं तरफ का जो nostril है वो एक्टिव रहता है, because आप नींद से जागृत हुए हो, and तभी क्या होता है, ईड़ा नाड़ी जो है वो जागृत रहती है. So as you are starting this sadhana, you should always begin it when the left nostril is active, not the right one. ठीक है? बस ये एक चीज ध्यान रख लो. Let's say you woke up in the morning and the right one is active. Do one thing. Close the right nostril for some time and breathe slowly through the left. कोई pressure देने की जरूरत नहीं. Slowly through the left. Within few moments, you will find it will shift. वो अपने आप बदल जाएगा वो सांस. So that is one way of changing your nadi, the breathing pattern. That is one way. The second thing, more better than that, is when you find your both the breath are going in a simultaneous way. मतलब समानता है दोनों में. That is also a good place where you can do. But as there are all kind of people and सबको शायद वो स्थिति नहीं आई है जहाँ पे समान रूप से सांसें चले. So you as a starter or as a beginner, you can always focus onto the left nostril. यहाँ तक clear है? You got that? तो क्या करना, when the left nostril is active or the breath is equivalently flowing up and down, sit in a सिद्धासन position if you can. अगर आप पलटियां मार के बैठ सकते हो, like if you can sit like that in an Indian posture, Indian जैसे हम जमीन पे बैठते हैं, if you can sit in that way. And those who cannot sit, use a chair or a place where you can. नियम बस इतना है कि स्पाइन इरेक्ट होना चाहिए. आपका जो मेरुदंड है वो सीधा होना चाहिए. If you can sit in a yogic posture, पलटा मार के बैठ सकते हो, it is absolutely fine. If you cannot sit, don't worry. But make sure the spine is straight. मतलब झुक के आगे पीछे मत करना. ठीक है? Keep your spine straight. Because that is how the impact will be created. Then, once you sit there, turn. और हाथों को क्या रखना है? हाथों को बड़े आराम से अपने पैरों के ऊपर. As you keep it, whatever comfortable for you. You can keep it on both the knees, or you can just do the easy mudra that we do. Left hand down, right hand up, both the thumbs touching each other. If you are comfortable in that. हाथों को बड़े आराम से वहां रखो. Slowly close your eyes. Then turn your tongue inside. उल्टा जीवा को थोड़ा उल्टा करके बस touch it to the upper palate. और बहुत स्ट्रेन करके पीछे लेके जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं ये खेचरी मुद्रा नहीं है, ये सिंपल प्रोसेस है. You just have to turn it a little bit and touch it to the roof of the palate. क्यों ऐसा करना है उसके बारे में भी बता दूं. Because when you start chanting, you will realize like what is exactly happening in this. उसके बाद क्या chant करना है वो भी बता देता हूं. We will keep the same mantra for the Rudraksh as well as for this, so that आपको ज्यादा मंत्रों को ध्यान में रखने की जरूरत ना पड़े. There should not be any confusion, so I will give you only one mantra. So once you are sitting in the posture and your tongue is touching the upper palate, you start saying the mantra, because the mantra would not be uttered outside now. आप चाहे तो भी वो बाहर नहीं बोल सकते, because the words start with the movement of the tongue. But here we are stopping it. हम इसे रोक दे रहे हैं. इससे कई सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएंगे लोगों को. What problems? Falling asleep. ये करते हुए आपको नींद नहीं आएगा. सेकेंड थिंग, मंत्र गलत नहीं होगा. थर्ड थिंग, you will feel the vibration that you are creating. What this specific process will do is, जैसे मानो आप अभी घर में बैठे हो, आपको नींद आ रही. Let's say you are feeling a little bit drowsy, sleepy, or let's say you have done a full day work and you are a little bit trained और थक गए हो उस दिन के लिए. Suddenly a snake appears in your home. अचानक से सांप आ जाते हैं. आप बोलते हैं कल सांप को रहने दो, हम सो जाते हैं क्योंकि नींद आ रही है. सांप आ गया, कोई बात नहीं, रहने दो उसे, मैं थोड़ा आराम करता हूं, सुबह बात करेंगे. Will you do that? What happens? The very moment you have a glimpse of it, you are all aware, all conscious. सारी नींद, सारा थकावट कहीं भाग जाएगा. So that means it has a quality to make you conscious. So we will use the same thing, because I cannot bring a tiger inside the home, but I have a snake inside my mouth. That I will use to awake the home that is sleeping. समझ में आ रहा है? कोई तो सो रहा है ना यहाँ पे, ये जागृत नहीं है, ये कॉन्शियस नहीं रह पाता हर समय. It is running here and there. We will bring the, let's say if there is one snake in your home, where will you be focusing? All awake, all alert. हाँ, कुर्सी के ऊपर चढ़ के बैठ जाओ, that's another story. But you will be awake. So through this, we will also create a connection. You know, it is said that you can come to the throat, but from here to here, the jump is difficult. विशुद्धि से आज्ञा तक जो मार्ग है वो थोड़ा प्रशस्त है. क्यों प्रशस्त है? Again, look at this. If you look at all the chakras, all are four fingers away. But here it is 12 ungal dur hai, 12 finger breadths away. So the distance is more. So what we are going to do is, we are going to use this snake as a connecting factor to the upper palate. When the upper palate will start vibrating with the mantra, that will create the vibration in your brain waves. Very, very scientific. And you will actually feel the brain waves vibrating. वो एक झंझनाहट होती है ना, like when you have a bad tooth, ठंडा पानी पीने से झंझनाहट होती है ना, but उससे दर्द होता है. But in this, you will not feel that pain. You will just have kind of a sensation that will open up so many clogged things in your head. इसको सिर्फ 2 मिनट से शुरू करना है. Don't be a master on the first day. इसको सिर्फ 2 मिनट से शुरू करो. धीरे धीरे इसे बढ़ाते चले जाओ. You can easily do it for 10 to 15 minutes. Only challenge will be keeping the tongue in the rotated way that long. But with practice, it will come. और जैसे जैसे आप 5, 7, 10, 15 मिनट तक पहुंचोगे ना, you will absolutely feel the vibrations. There is no way that you won't. Now, once this is achieved, once the vibration is there, scientifically, it is said like all the matter, the alma matter that is there in our brains, and the connectivity that we create, it always tries to create qualities that you are surrounded with or attached. जैसे विचार हैं आपके, वो वैसे ही बनाते चले जाता है. So in such place, when there is a clarity in the mind, जो vibration है, then just stop the mantra. You don't have to chant the mantra. Just keep your tongue in a normal position, back into the normal position. In that moment, you just have to think about the things in a positive way that you want to change in your life. Not in a negative way. Let's say it's related to health. So what you should do? In that space, when the mind is clear, you are sitting, close your eyes, you're just thinking about how beautiful your health is. If it is related to relation, think about how beautiful your relationship is. Or else, if you are not able to visualize yourself in that relation, think of someone whom you appreciate by seeing their relationship. There's that appreciation, that positive mindset within you. So whether it is related to money, health, wealth, relationship, anything in this world, and students. Anyways, कई सारे बच्चों के एग्जाम खत्म हो चुके हैं, कई सारे बच्चों के चल रहे हैं, कई सारे बच्चों के आने वाले हैं. They can do the same process, and what the good thing that they have to bring is, they have mastered the studies that they are going for the exams. They are doing so well in it. They can bring that same similar positive thought within them. ये लाया जा सकता है. How much time do you need to do? As much time as you are comfortable. So once that is done, थोड़े देर के लिए, ऐसा नहीं कि दिन भर बैठ के वो पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट रखो, वो हो नहीं सकता हमारे से, we all know that, but till that time you can hold that thought, उस समय तक कर देना है, वो चाहे 2 मिनट का हो, चाहे 5 मिनट का, and I know beyond that you cannot, but still the results will be absolutely amazing. Shall we try it right now, practically? So, जो भी, all the people, those who are sitting on the floor, if they can sit with a cross-legged position, is good. If you cannot, no problem. Sit on a chair, but make sure the spine is erect. And here, you don't have to raise the chin up or something. Just keep it in a normal form. Okay, इसमें there should be just a simple alignment from the head, neck, and the body. स्पाइन का नॉर्मल कर्वेचर है, उसे बेंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. कीप इट इन ए नॉर्मल कर्वेचर. Sit comfortably. Just, if you want, you can adjust your body in any way if you want to. Just a second. So, hands, as I said, keep in a comfortable position, जैसे आप हाथ रख सकते हो. चिन ऊपर नहीं करना है. Keep it in a normal place. Yes, simple. Now, you listen to the mantra. Although it can be done with Namah Shivaya as well, or you can take the mantra Rom as well. It does not matter what mantra you are taking. All that I am saying is you should choose a mantra that is close to you. You are comfortable. But here we are going to use one particular mantra for the Rudraksh process as well for this process, and that is Om Hreem Hrom Namah Shivaya. Om Hreem Hrom Namah Shivaya. If you remember, last year also you did the same mantra. Om Hreem, H-R-I-M, Hreem, Hrom, H-R-O-M, Hrom, Namah Shivaya. Om Hreem Hrom Namah Shivaya. Easy mantra, but a very, very powerful one. Now, what he will do is he will turn the tongue inside and touch the upper palate, and we will chant this mantra. For some time, I will chant it so that it is clear to you while doing the mantra. Okay? आप बिल्कुल आंख बंद करके बैठ जाएं और मैं ही इसका उच्चारण कुछ देर तक करूंगा so that you also do it right within yourself. If you want to make a sound out of it, it is absolutely fine, no problem. But if you just want to create a vibration within you, that is also fine. So यहाँ पे एक चीज का ध्यान रखना है कि in whatever way I am doing, for example, let's say I turn my tongue inside and I say, here you are not listening to the mantra. All that you are seeing is just a sound that is coming out. You can do that. Okay? If you are ready, just show me a thumb on the screen so that, or just you can raise your hand, I can know. Okay, very good. Now I will chant. You will chant it without a word coming out because you cannot make a noise here. Means the word will not be coming out. But the sound of the vibration can be made. This is okay. Got it? Now, close your eyes if you have not closed. Rotate your tongue if you have not yet. Now, start the chanting. Om Reem Rom Namah Shivaya. Om Reem Rom Namah Shivaya. Om Reem Rom Namah Shivaya. Om Hreem 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 Rom Namah Shivaya. You please continue for some time. Hmm, 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 now, if you take your tongue a little bit back, you will have more vibrations. Just try it for a moment. थोड़ा सा और पीछे ले जाओ. Take a tongue a little bit back and now keep the chanting. Now you can stop it. Slowly roll your tongue back to normal place and just think of something of your life. Something in a positive way. Hold on to a positive thought. Some people say I don't have anything to ask. Still have a happy thought. अगर आपको कुछ नहीं चाहिए तो संसार के लिए मांगो. That everybody should be happy, everybody should be living in peace. Now you can open your eyes when it is done. So I just ended it very fast, but आप अपना समय लेके कर सकते हो इसे. Is it easy to do? Then I say, don't just believe it, experiment with it. And do share how it worked for you. क्योंकि ये काम करेगा. ठीक है? And after this, if possible, don't make it a mandate. If possible, शिवलिंग के ऊपर जल चढ़ाना. Whether it is a शिवलिंग in your home, whether it is a शिवलिंग in the temple. चलो, मंदिर जा नहीं सकते, शिव का पूजा स्थान घर पे नहीं है और शिवलिंग नहीं है घर में. So what should you do? You can still do it with a simple sadhana, which is a मानसिक साधना. तो मानसिक साधना के लिए तो कोई नहीं रोक सकता आपको. स्वयं शिव भी नहीं रोक सकते आपको. So you can do that. अच्छा, उसमें क्या करना है? सिर्फ जल अर्पित करना है. You have to just pour water on शिवलिंग. कौन सा मंत्र के साथ जल चढ़ाना है? ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. ठीक है? ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. So don't worry, I have written everything. The Word document will be shared with you. आपको कुछ याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, I will be sharing that in the group. It will be available for all of us. ओम भगवते रुद्राय. कितने बार करना है? कितने बार जल देना है? सिर्फ 5 बार. Only 5 times. अच्छा, क्या लोटा पूरा भर के डालना है? No. You can just, while pouring the water, you can chant it. ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. 5 times. And it is done, you can keep it off. Okay. So this is a specific simple process through which you are using the same SERP in your beneficial process. अब ये ना हो जाए कि लोग कहते थे सर्प तो बाहर था इसलिए डर लगता था, अब ये सर्प जो अंदर है इसका क्या करूं. बहुत सरल है. सर्प बाहर था, डर लगता था क्योंकि तुम मनुष्य हो. सर्प अब अंदर है इसलिए डर नहीं लगेगा क्योंकि तुम शिव हो. And now the final process, that is the Rudraksh process. In order to start this, I have to ask, do you all have a single Rudraksh bead? क्या आप सभी के पास एक रुद्राक्ष का बीज है? Single piece. If anybody does not have, don't worry, you can easily get it in any puja shop. You can order it online as well, whatever way. मिल जाएगा. पंचमुखी रुद्राक्ष ले लो कोई, क्योंकि that is easily available. आप कहीं से भी एक रुद्राक्ष का जो बीज है उसे ये कर सकते हो. Let's say some people only have the रुद्राक्ष that they have from the past शिवरात्रि, क्योंकि शिवरात्रि में जो रुद्राक्ष मिला था वही है. You can use that as well. No problem with it. Okay. So क्या करना है and how to do that? I'm just going to elaborate the process. सुबह you have taken your shower, you are ready to do the puja. आपके नॉर्मल रेगुलर पूजा जो है आपने कर दिया है. तो ये जो 21 दिन का जो साधना है इसमें वो जो एक रुद्राक्ष का जो बीज है उससे क्या साधना करनी है, हाउ टू डू दैट, all that I'm going to tell you now. The first and foremost thing, take the Rudraksh bead. Here, For all these days, you will need a little bit of 2 bowls of 1 bowl containing water, 1 bowl containing milk. कच्चा दूध होना चाहिए. It should not be a boiled one. इतना ध्यान रखिएगा कि जिस दूध में आप डुबाओगे उसे वो कच्चा दूध होना चाहिए. Means without boiling it. Cow milk, most appropriate. If you are not getting it, then buffalo milk is the alternative, but not Amul spray. So please try that. And if it is not there, only use water for that. अगर नहीं मिल पा रहा है तो जल का ही इस्तेमाल करो. ठीक है? Because I know because of the geographical locations that we are in, सारी चीजें नहीं मिल पाती हम. So we are finding way out of it. हालांकि विधिवत नहीं है, लेकिन अकाले नियम नास्ति जो कहते हैं. If things are not available, I cannot stop my sadhana because I don't have milk, right? So that should not be the case. So whatever way आप जल के साथ कर सकते. So is it clear till now? So छोटे से बाउल में आपको पहले जल है. You take that रुद्राक्ष and put it into the water. उसमें पहले जल के अंदर डाल दो. उसको थोड़ा हाथ से, like as you clean up, just clean up with your. So first into the small bowl of water and clean it. ये जो पानी है इसे पौधों में डालना है. You have to pour it into the plants or small saplings that you have at your home, or else कहीं पे भी जहां पे भी पेड़ है उसके जड़ पे डालना. ये पहला जल में जो डुबाया जाता है, जिसमें क्लीन किया जाता है, ये जल पेड़ों के पौधों में जाएगा. पौधों में या पेड़ों में ही जाएगा. Don't worry, again I will write it down and give it to you. Okay, the first water. Then what happens is the second thing that you have to do is then put that bead into a small bowl of milk. जब आप इसे दूध के अंदर डालोगे, when you are putting it into the milk, you will be chanting Om Namah Shivaya, or in your case Namah Shivaya for 11 times. अगर आपने जनेऊ धारण किया है, if you are wearing a red, you can say Om Namah Shivaya, or else you just chant Namah Shivaya for 11 times while the bead is in the milk. ठीक है? And then what you have to do is then bring it out and put it on a small bowl of water while chanting Namah Shivaya for 11 times. So here we will be needing 3 bowls instead of 2 that I said. पहले वाला जल में उसे धो देना है. That will go for the plants. Second, you put it into the milk. You chant Namah Shivaya for 11 times. Then you bring it out and put it back into another small bowl of water. वहां पे भी आपको 11 बार नमः शिवाय का जाप करना है, या तो ओम नमः शिवाय का जाप करना है. Once this is done, this water and milk should be consumed at the end of the process every day. ये जो पानी, मतलब the second one is the milk and the third one is the water, इसे आपको फेंकना नहीं है, इसे आपको ही पी लेना है. You have to drink it. कब? साधना होने के बाद. साधना का दूसरा स्टेप में जाते हैं. When you bring it out, it will be a little wet, right? आपने उसे दूध में और पानी में डुबाया है तो गीला होगा. So wipe it off with a little cloth. एक छोटा सा कपड़ा रख लो, which can be a white color cloth, which can be a black color cloth. आपकी मर्जी. If it is white, it is good. आपको. Then what you do is keep a small little white cloth in front of you. आपके सामने एक छोटा सा कपड़ा रख लो. उसको साफ करने के बाद सामने एक छोटा सा कपड़ा रख लो. On that you keep the रुद्राक्ष. अगर आपके पास छोटा सा कोई वुडन प्लेटफॉर्म या कुछ भी है, उसके ऊपर अगर आप कपड़ा डाल के इसे रखते हो, इट विल बी वेरी गुड. Let's say you don't have anything as such of a wooden thing, you can just put a cloth on the floor. On that you can keep the रुद्राक्ष on that. ठीक है? But it is अच्छा होगा अगर आपके पास कोई भी एक वुड का सामान है जिसके ऊपर, मतलब लकड़ी का कोई भी चीज जिसके ऊपर ये. कारण यह है क्योंकि ऊर्जा जनरेट होगा उससे. So it should not be conducive to go into the earth. उसके अंदर नहीं जाना चाहिए. दैट इज द ओनली रीजन व्हाई आई एम सेइंग इफ इट इज अ वुडन थिंग इट इज वेरी गुड फॉर अस. ठीक है. इसके बाद क्या करना है, भस्म लेना है. नाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड there is a difference between bhasm and the tilak that you keep, right? हम कई बार देखते हैं कि मंदिरों में जाते हैं तो वहां पे एक व्हाइट कलर का चीज रखा जाता है, उसे विभूति कहते हैं. विभूति और भस्म दो अलग चीजें हैं. विभूति वो होता है which is made out of a मिश्रण of clay and all those things. White chandan, clay, and all these things are mixed up to create a vibhuti, which has already been offered to the deity of that place. And then you are using it as a vibhuti. And you also, at times, people consume that also, right? लेकिन भस्म विभूति नहीं है. भस्म वो होता है जो किसी लकड़ी के जलने के बाद जो राख रह जाता है वो भस्म होता है. So you can get it easily from a puja shop as well. And anyways, by the grace of Shiva, we have arranged bhasma from Kashi Vishwanath. So it is there with me on Shivratri day. Anyways, we will be using that. Okay. वो तो मणिकर्णिका घाट से उठा के लाया गया है. So that is going to be another event altogether. So what you do is थोड़ा सा भस्म लेना है, उसके ऊपर चढ़ाना. Just sprinkle it over the Rudraksh. थोड़ा सा भस्म on it while chanting. Again, Namah Shivaya will be chanted for 11 times. Then sit, उसको वही छोड़ दो. Sit in a meditative posture. मानो वो छोटा सा जो रुद्राक्ष है, it is the form of Shiva there. वो स्वयं शिव का स्वरूप है. And when you are closing your eyes, this is going to be a magical process where you are focusing on the Rudraksh with closed eyes, and even though you are imagining, imagine as if you are sitting in a temple and that Rudraksh has taken the shape of a Shivling. यही प्रक्रिया से आपके अंदर एक स्वयंभू का प्रकट होगा. How? Because there is no bead within you, the bead is outside, but through that bead, which is a representation of Shiva in front of you, you are creating your imaginative process, and it is not just the imaginative process, it will take a shape and a form within you where you see as if a Shivling is there in front of you. और हम सब जानते हैं कि भगवान भोग से नहीं भाव से प्रसन्न होते हैं. So it is not about what all you are doing, it's all about what all is going on within you. It also is very simple. Let's say something, I'm very angry with you, but I'm talking very happily with you, like acting to talk. Won't you understand that? Because kahin na kahin that will slip away. So उसी भांति जो भाव है हमारे अंदर, जो भाव दशा है, that should be focused on. So आपके आंख बंद करके what you have to imagine it. When you start imagining, might be for the first day, you have to imagine. From the second day, you close your eyes and it will happen on its own. Or for some people on the third, fourth day, it will happen. तो आप शिवलिंग के अंदर, लाइक मंदिर के अंदर बैठे हो, आपके सामने शिव आइदर लिंग रूप में है या तो शिव के स्वरूप में है, जो आपको पसंद आए, whichever you are comfortable with. And you take a Rudraksh mala in your hand and chant the mantra. कौन सा मंत्र जाप करना है? One mala, only one mala. Om Hrim Hrom Namah Shivaya. We use the same for the Sarpa process that I was talking about, the tongue rolling process. The same process will be, the same mantra will be used for this. Om Hrim Hrom Namah Shivaya. Om Hrim Hrom Namah Shivaya. कितना माला करना है? एक ही माला करना है. किसके ऊपर करना है? ऑन ए रुद्राक्ष. रुद्राक्ष की जो माला है उसी के माला के ऊपर आपको करना है. Now one thing that you have to remember, ये सुबह सुबह भी किया जा सकता है, शाम में भी किया जा सकता है, रात में भी किया जा सकता है. There is no restriction to it. You can do it in the morning, evening or the night, but don't do it in the afternoon time. But stick to one time. और ये भी जरूरी नहीं है कि आप 3 बार करो. It is okay to do it once also. अगर कोई त्रिसंध्या करता है, अगर इसको 3 बार कर सकता है और अच्छा है, बट इट इज नॉट ए मैंडेट, 1 टाइम इज इनफ। क्लियर है? बट वेन यू आर डूइंग इट इन द मॉर्निंग टाइम, अगर सुबह आप इसे करते हो तो आपका मुख जो है, यू शुड बी फेसिंग टुवर्ड्स द ईस्ट। Let's say you are doing it in the evening, your face should be faced towards the, you should be facing towards the west. और अगर आप रात में इसे करते हो, then you should be focusing, or your face should be facing towards the north. Don't worry, it is also in the writing form. आपको कुछ याद करने की जरूरत नहीं, राइट? आप क्वेश्चन ये आएगा कि which mat we should use. The regular process mat that you are using for daily sadhana, you can use the same mat. मैट बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है, इट डज नॉट मैटर ऑफ इट्स कलर। ओके, सिर्फ और सिर्फ वो रुद्राक्ष को जहां रखते हो उसको एक सफेद कपड़े में रख, यूज ए व्हाइट क्लॉथ। अच्छा, उस साधना के बाद आपके पास 2 ऑप्शन है। आइदर यू कैरी दैट रुद्राक्ष वेर एवर यू गो, आप उसे लेके अपने साथ लेके जा सकते हो, और इफ से लेट्स से यू आर गोइंग टू ए प्लेस वेर यू कैन नॉट कैरी इट, जस्ट टाई इट अराउंड एंड कीप इट एट योर पूजा प्लेस। आप अपने पूजा स्थान में रख लो, एंड देन आई विल टेल यू व्हाट टू डू विथ इट ऑन द शिवरात्रि डे। बिकॉज ये साधना के बल से, ये 21 दिन की साधना से उसके अंदर एक ऐसी ऊर्जा प्रकट हो जाएगी जो कि आपके लिए बहुत कार्यरत हो। एंड ऑल द पीपल दोज हु विल बी फिजिकली अटेंडिंग इट, they are all requested to bring that रुद्राक्ष with them on that day. यही रुद्राक्ष को जो आप रोज अभी ध्यान करने वाले हो, जिसके ऊपर अगर आप शिवरात्रि अटेंड कर रहे हो हमारे साथ यहाँ पे हैदराबाद में, तो आप उसे लेके आना। इज इट क्लियर? ओके, सो दिस इज जस्ट द प्रोसेस दैट यू हैव टू डू, बट मोर देन दैट, प्रक्रियाएं तो प्रक्रियाएं, प्रोसेस इज अ प्रोसेस, but Shivratri should begin within you from this day on. That's what I say. For this day, as we are just starting it now, for this day, you can do the jap in the evening or the night. Or you can do it right away. ये अभी समाप्त होने के बाद अगर आप करना चाहो तो कर सकते हो. But try to do it as early as possible from tomorrow. जल्दी सुबह कर लो. So it is, no one is disturbing you. You are doing your sadhana and it is done. और क्या, ये जाप होने के बाद वो रुद्राक्ष को बांध के रखने से पहले या तो अपने साथ लेके जाने से पहले, द वाटर एंड द मिल्क मीन्स द सेकेंड बाउल एंड द थर्ड बाउल यू कंज्यूम इट, मीन्स यू ड्रिंक इट. उसी से मत पी लेना, यू पोर इट इनटू अनदर प्लेस एंड ड्रिंक इट, नहीं तो उसको झूठा कर दो. ओके, सो दिस आर द वेरी सिंपल थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू फॉलो, जो हम सभी कर सकते हैं. हालांकि इसके अंदर बहुत सारे नियमों का पालन करना चाहिए, बट वी आर नॉट पुटिंग इट इनटू दैट. If you want, you can leave non-veg for all these 21 days. अगर आप चाहो, आप जानते हो, तो you can leave it for these 21 days. Second thing, जिससे हो सके वो ब्रह्मचर्य का पालन करे. नियम काफी लगाए जा सकते हैं इसके, but the more and more we make it, it will become more and more complicated. So let us not do that. So I am keeping it as simple as possible. हाँ, इस दौरान अगर आप शिव मंदिर में जा सकते हो, बहुत अच्छी बात है. अगर आपके घर के पास शिव मंदिर है, या तो दैट इज मच मोर इजियर फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, या तो अगर आपके घर में भी शिव की जो मूर्ति है उसे रखो. एंड एनीवेज, ड्यूरिंग दिस अपकमिंग डेज, इफ आई एम हैविंग ए सेशन टुमारो, विल बी टॉकिंग मोर अबाउट इट. वेडनेसडे सेशन में भी अगर कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीजें हैं जो आपको करनी है ये 21 दिन के अंदर, मैं एक चीज आपको बताते चला जाऊँ. But as of now, if you have any questions or queries, I'm ready to take that. But don't worry, everything is there in a write-up form, in a very simple form. I have pointed it out. So nothing is going to be missed. अगर नवनीत जी आपका सवाल यह है कि अगर आपके पास भस्म नहीं है तो क्या करेंगे, आप चंदन का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. So use sandalwood powder or paste in the case you don't have the bhasma available with you. Okay? और अगर आपके पास और कोई सवाल है, if you can please raise your hand so I will get the clarity done.
Yeah. Kamlender ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
या कमलिंदर जी.
गुरुदेव, अगर 2 जने करें तो रुद्राक्ष एक ही यूज करना है या 2 अलग अलग
दो
रुद्राक्ष?
कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि देखिए दोनों के लिए हो जाएगा. So you both can carry that along with you, no problem. 2 रुद्राक्ष किया जा सकता है.
जी, बस यही कुछ. धन्यवाद.
बस.
Yeah, Aditi ji, please unmute yourself.
हर हर महादेव. वो
हाँ,
जो
बोलिए.
ओम ह्रीम ओम नमः शिवाय का जो जाप है महादेव, उसका कुछ काउंटिंग नहीं रखना है ना?
उसका 108 मीन्स 1 माला बोला ना मैंने. You have to just do 1 माला of it. कौन सा
नहीं,
जो
वो
आप.
टंग
अच्छा,
ऊपर कर.
for the process of tongue rolling process, no,
हाँ.
वो आपका comfort level है. It does not have a minimum or maximum count to that. जैसे मैंने कहा कि 2 मिनट से शुरू करो. Just slowly increase that. So if I keep a count to that, then your mind will be lost in counting it.
हाँ.
So there is no counting for that.
और वो एग्जैक्टली कब कब कर सकते हैं?
सुबह
उसका
करना
time?
बेटर है, but it does not matter. You can do it in the day also. Day night कभी भी किया जा सकता है वो process. But the only thing is you should not be disturbed doing that process. You have to one cautiousness in that. Cautiousness क्यों बोल रहा हूँ? See, it has a power to manifest what you are thinking within you. मतलब आपके अंदर जो चल रहा है उसको manifest करने की शक्ति, क्षमता है इसमें. Let's say you are in the office and something not good is going on and you are doing it that time. What it will do? It will magnify that thing. So जो आपको नहीं चाहिए उसको magnify करने लगेगा. So that is one thing. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं जिस दिन आपका मन शांत नहीं है उस दिन करो भी मत इसे. But you will see, while you are doing this chanting, slowly your mind will get calm, quieted down. So that has the effect. That's why the sadhana hai. Okay? So there is no count to that. You can do it as per your comfort levels. हाँ, मतलब comfort level मतलब ये नहीं कि एक बार करके भाग जाओ. वो कुछ ज्यादा ही comfort हो जाता है. So please don't do that. Okay? So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aditi ji.
Sudha ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
प्रणाम.
आपने जो बताया है कि ये रुद्राक्ष वाली प्रोसेस करने के बाद हमें 1 माला करनी है या 2 या 3 जो भी करना चाहें, उसमें भी हमें वही मुद्रा बनानी है जीभ तालू में लगा के या नॉर्मल वे में करनी है?
नॉर्मल वो नहीं कर सकते, वो बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा.
थैंक
फिर
यू.
खेचरी सिद्ध हो जाता है आपको.
थैंक यू.
Okay.
बस ये पूछ.
Soumya ji, please unmute yourself.
Pranam Guruji.
प्रणाम सौम्या जी.
See, I have one Rudraksha in puja room. It was given in Kashi Vishwanath Mandir after doing Abhishek. Can I use that one or
Absolutely, you
can I
can use that. No problem with it. Okay. वहां से आया तो और अच्छी बात है. That is good.
Thank you.
Yeah, Janesh ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम जनेश जी.
गुरुदेव, वो सरल सर्प के अंदर उस सरल सर्प जो प्रक्रिया आपने बताई तो उसमें स्वर विलुप्त हो गया, चलेगा?
बिल्कुल चलेगा.
ओके.
That is how the process will be. हम
ये
वो
और सेंटर दोनों सब
बंद हो
विलुप्त हो गए.
बंद हो जाएगा. That is the ultimate step that will appear actually.
तो मतलब
It will.
मेरा गलती नहीं हुआ है ना वो काम करने में, इसलिए मैं कुछ.
No, this is what I say. Until you experiment, you will not come to know and you will not question it. और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इसे question करो. Not out of doubt, but through your experience. Okay? बिल्कुल सही है जनेश जी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें।
प्रणाम।
प्रणाम। प्रदीप जी प्लीज।
प्रदीप जी प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
प्रणाम गुरुजी।
प्रणाम प्रणाम।
हाँ गुरुजी, इन दिनों में मैं 2 ज्योतिर्लिंग के दर्शन भी करने जाऊंगा, तो इस
अरे
दौरान
क्या
क्या
बात,
मंदिर में ये प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं भाई?
बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं। अगर आपको मौका मिले वहीं बैठ जाओ आप,
जी जी जी।
और इससे
थैंक
बेहतर
यू
क्या
गुरु
हो सकता है।
जी। जी गुरुजी।
बहुत बढ़िया।
जी
और हो
थैंक
सके
यू
तो
गुरुजी।
हमारे सबके तरफ से, ये परिवार के तरफ से भी एक बार कर ही लेना।
जी गुरुजी बिल्कुल। जी
चलो कोई भी तो जाता है तो
जी
सबका कार्य हो जाए। और दो दो ज्योतिर्लिंग।
जी जी। थैंक यू गुरुजी, प्रणाम प्रणाम।
थैंक यू प्रदीप। आई थिंक धवल जी आपने कुछ एक प्रश्न पूछा था। कैन वी यूज द भस्म जनरेटेड फ्रॉम होमम डन फ्यू वीक्स बैक? कौन सा होमम किए थे आप, कौन सा देवी या देवता का? वो अगर आप मुझे बताएं तो मैं बता सकता हूँ। क्योंकि आप एक काम करो, अगर पुराना वाला है ना उसे यूज मत करो, क्योंकि आपने उसके ऊपर कोई ना कोई मंत्र जाप किया है। इसीलिए एक काम करो, अगर आपको करना है, इफ यू रियली वांट टू डू यू रिमेम्बर ए प्रोसेस जिसमें मैंने आपको बताया था कि कैसे बिल्व पत्र का जो डाल है उससे कैसे भस्म बनाते हैं? अगर वो पूरा प्रोसेस भी नहीं आता, एक काम करना, अ, अगर आपको बिल्व पत्र का जो लकड़ी है वो अगर मिले, तो उसको आपके पास कैसे भी, ये होमम करने का वो सामग्री करने का जो दैट क्या कहते हैं, हवन कुंड जो है वो आपके पास है, उसी में क्या करो, उसको साफ करके उसी के अंदर बेल पत्र को जो लकड़ी है उसको जलाओ, उसका राख निकाल दो। उसे क्या करना, देन यू पुट इट इनटू द क्लॉथ, शेक इट सो दैट द पाउडर विल कम आउट ऑफ इट। ठीक है, उसे इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है, आपका खुद का बनाया हुआ। लेट से आपके पास बिल्व पत्र की लकड़ी नहीं है, तो क्या करोगे, मैंगो, जो मैंगो का जो लकड़ी होता है उससे कर सकते हो, बट बिल्व पत्र सर्वश्रेष्ठ है। और अगर वो भी नहीं है, देन द फाइनल थिंग, दो लकड़ी आज के डेट में पूजा का स्थान में मिलता है, वही खरीद के आप अपना राख खुद बना सकते हो। हाँ, उसको और अच्छा करना चाहते हो, जब राख जल रहा है, तो जब जब लकड़ी जल रही है तो चैंटिंग कर लो साथ में, तो दो चीजें हो जाएंगी, घर का शुद्धिकरण हो जाएगा, हवन हो जाएगा, मंत्र जाप हो जाएगा। अगर आपके पास उतना समय और आपके पास सामर्थ्य है, नहीं तो सीधा पूजा के सामग्री के दुकान में जाओ, खरीद के लेके आके कर लो। लेकिन मुझे लगता है अगर आप स्वयं इसे करते हो, आपका भाव उसके अंदर मिलेगा, इट वुड बी मच 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 बेटर, बट इट्स नॉट ए मैंडेट। ठीक है, दैट्स वन मोर थिंग दैट यू कैन डू। और कुछ सवाल था क्या?
या
श्री साइलम विभूति कैन यूज? नहीं, विभूति नहीं, विभूति नहीं, इसमें विभूति नहीं यूज होगा, इसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ भस्म का इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है। नाउ लेट मी टेल यू व्हाई वी आर डूइंग इट विद अ भस्म प्रोसेस। भस्म प्रोसेस से करने का कारण एक ही है कि जब भी कोई रुद्राक्ष को आप भस्म के जरिए जागृत करते हो या उसके ऊपर चैंटिंग करते हो, तो उसमें अशुद्धियां नहीं लगती, स्पेशली जब घर में सूतक छूतक लग जाता है, वो सारे उसके ऊपर ये नहीं होता। लेट्स से यू आर टेकिंग इट एंड यू अननोइंगली और somehow you have to visit the cremation ground, वहां पे भी उसकी अशुद्धि नहीं होती। इसी कारण से हम इसे भस्म से ही तैयार करते हैं। ओके, सो कोई भी व्यभिचार हो गया घर में तो उसका भी कोई इसके ऊपर प्रभाव ना पड़े, इसीलिए हम इसको भस्म से करते हैं। ओके,
ओके। आभा जी प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
आवाज जी साउंड नहीं आ रहा है, एक बार देखिए। हाँ, अभी और एक बार ट्राई कीजिए। नहीं, आज आज शब्द नहीं आ रहे। एक काम करिए, आप क्वेश्चन आप अपना टाइप कर दीजिए, मैं आंसर कर देता हूँ। इफ वी आर ट्रैवलिंग कैन वी डू इट एट एनी प्लेस? अगर आप महानिर्वाण में हो तो आपको पता है कि यहाँ पे हमने आपको एक घेरा सिखा रखा है, एक जो चक्र विधि है, जिससे आप अपना चारों ओर, आपके अराउंड यू create a security circle all around you, right? वो करके आप कर सकते हो, no problem with that. लेकिन अगर आप महानिर्वाण में नहीं हो और आपको इस विधि के बारे में पता नहीं है और आप फिर भी आप कहीं ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, इन दैट केस आप उसको विधिवत रूप से ना करके मानसिक रूप से करिए. क्लियर है? दैट वुड बी डन. Can we not use the भस्म from पूजा सामग्री शॉप? Yes, you can. No problem with that, अलीवा जी, आप इसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. Can we use the भस्म given by you last Shivratri? Absolutely, you can use that because it was chanted in that same form. So no issue with that. क्या सत चंडी हवन की भस्म दे सकते हैं? नहीं, यहाँ पे चंडी का हवन का नहीं. ठीक है, क्योंकि दोनों प्रचंड शक्तियां जागृत होंगी उससे, सो वो नहीं. ठीक है. सो आप, जैसे मैंने कहा कि आप या तो पूजा सामग्री के दुकान से ले सकते हो या तो स्वयं अपना बना लो. सो विच एवर इज फिजिबल. I have received Rudraksh bead received from Sadhguru Isha Foundation. Can I use that Rudraksh? Absolutely, you can use that. No problem with that. सोमनाथ की, हाँ, सोमनाथ का इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है. ठीक है. सो नो प्रॉब्लम विथ इट. रुद्राक्ष होना चाहिए, भद्राक्ष नहीं होना चाहिए, उतना देख लेना. बट 5 पंचमुखी रुद्राक्ष जो है, इसीलिए पंचमुखी कहते हैं बिकॉज इट इज इजीली अवेलेबल. सो उसमें ज्यादातर चेंजेस नहीं करते इन द बीड्स. ओके. एनीथिंग एल्स ड्यूरिंग वुमेन्स मंथली एनीवे रेस्ट्रिक्शन? या जस्ट आप मानसिक रूप से करते रहो. यू कैन डू द ऑल द थिंग्स कैन बी डन बट इन ए मानसिक वे, उतना ही. ठीक है. ओके. सो आई बिलीव दैट इज इट. और मैं कैसे भी, मैंने जैसे कहा कि आई विल बी शेयरिंग द डॉक्यूमेंट और द पीडीएफ इन द ग्रुप. सो उसके अंदर सारी चीजें लिखी हुई है, वन बाय वन एवरीथिंग हैज बीन जॉटेड डाउन फॉर यू. यू कैन फॉलो दैट. अगर आपको कोई प्रश्न है तो आप ग्रुप में रख सकते हो. आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर दैट एज वेल. लेट मी सी इफ पॉसिबल आई विल बी हैविंग अनदर सत्संग टुमारो इन द मॉर्निंग. आई विल लेट यू नो. ओके. और एल्स विल मीट अगेन ऑन वेडनेसडे. टिल देन, may that vibration vibrate within all of us. And I will end it with a story that we told a few days ago, जिसमें हम जब गए थे, when we were traveling to Triambakeshwar, and then after Triambakeshwar when we were visiting a temple where there is no Nandi in the Shiva temple. You remember that story? यहाँ पे शिव तो है लेकिन नंदी नहीं, कपालेश्वर महादेव. And we all remember the story कि कपालेश्वर वो स्वरूप है शिव का जिसने ब्रह्मा का सर का छेदन किया था. Who has cut down the head of Brahma, the 5th head of Brahma. And when he did that, उनके हाथ में ब्रह्म हत्या लगा, मतलब ब्रह्मा का सर उनके हाथ में लग गया. And he was roaming around to get rid of it. And he was not finding any path. और जब वो वहां पे आते हैं, when he goes there, and there it is said like Nandi told him, why don't you go to Kashi and do this, and from there you will be getting rid of it. और उसके बाद भगवान यहाँ से काशी जाते हैं और वहां पे उनको वो ब्रह्म हत्या से मुक्ति मिलती है. वी ऑल नो दैट स्टोरी. और जब ये कपालेश्वर महादेव का मंदिर का स्थापना हो रहा था तो वहां पे हर शिव मंदिर में एक नंदी स्थापित किया जाता है. But there it is said Shiva himself denied that Nandi cannot be kept here. And when he was asked why so, he said, यहाँ पे नंदी मेरे गुरु बने थे. Nandi became my master here. Why? जो भी आपको किसी चीज से मुक्त करता है वो आपका गुरु हो सकता है. जो आपको अज्ञान से मुक्त करता है वो आपका गुरु है. जो आपको कुछ सिखाता है वो आपका गुरु है. और कभी कभी आप स्वयं अपने गुरु बन जाते हैं. सो इन दैट स्पेस व्हेन शिवा सेज, जो मेरे गुरु हैं वो मेरे सामने कैसे बैठ सकते हैं, हाउ कैन ही सिट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी एंड डू माई सेवा. सो वो एक ही मंदिर है जहाँ पे शिवलिंग तो है लेकिन नंदी नहीं है. सो दैट इज व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डिवोशन एंड You see, no one is bigger or smaller here. इसी से यही चीज सीखने को मिलती है हम, कि कोई भेद नहीं है आप में मुझ में, कोई भेद नहीं है आप में और उसमें। वो स्वयं ये कहता है कि कभी आप भी उसके गुरु बन सकते हो ना। हु कैन टेल दैट? जब संसार में थोड़ा ज्ञान होने के बाद सब अपने आप को गुरु समझने लगते हैं, जो आदि गुरु है वो कहता है कि तुझसे भी मैं सीख सकता हूँ, तू मेरा गुरु हो सकता है। तो किस बात का घमंड है हमें कि मैं ही गुरु? सो आई जस्ट, वो कहते हैं ना कि भगवान से भक्त बड़ा, और भक्त का भी भक्त जो होता है वो भगवान को बहुत पसंद आता है। सो वेदर यू आर ए भक्त और वेदर यू आर ए भक्त ऑफ ए भक्त, स्टिल you are loved by him. So may within this 21 days sadhana, you not only feel his grace, you feel his love within you. That's what I can say. उसकी ऊर्जा आपके अंदर बहे, उसका सामर्थ्य आपके अंदर बहे, उसकी कृपा आपके अंदर रहे, आपके घर परिवार पूरे संसार के ऊपर उसका कृपा बना रहे, और उसका प्रेम आपके अंदर बढ़ता रहे. With this, I would like to end this session today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. आप ये साधना को चुने, उसके लिए आपका धन्यवाद. Yes, any other people, those who are not able to attend, you can share this video with them so that everybody gets, क्योंकि ये बहुत सरल साधना है जो किया जा सकता है. And finally they will be connecting with us. अगर आप offline, means if you are not able to travel to Hyderabad also to experience the Shivratri that we do, you can still connect over internet. It will be available live so that you can do the same processes that we do here. लेकिन we all know, the people, those who have visited, those who have attended it, they know what it is, what happens here versus what happens when you're there doing on the online platform. So we invite you, but at the same time, we understand that it is not feasible for all of us to travel. So in that case, do attend online, but try to be present here in the offline process and experience the magic of awakening. So yes, there are so many amazing things coming this time also. Come prepared. Aham Brahmasmi. Hara Hara